Hello, my name's Ian White and I'm the Senior Tutor of the college and also the Programme Leader for the Short Course Programme. I've been coming along to this event for over 41 years, when it was first called Cliff College Anniversary, then it became Cliff College Celebration, then Festival of course, and now it's Festival at Home. Years ago, under a big blue board that said prospective students, I went and had a chat to a staff member. What would it mean to become a student of the college? And a few years later, I became that student, coming full-time in the 1980s and then returning in the 90s to do my master's degree. Maybe this is your weekend. Are you a prospective student of the college? Please do explore and find out all the different courses that we run here at the college, and maybe you'll be joining me and my colleagues here sometime next year. God bless.
Hello, my name's Tim Baker and I'm the Churches and Volunteers Manager at All We Can. It's been my privilege to be at Cliff Festival many times over the last few years, always in my role as part of the All We Can team. So it's been my pleasure to lead seminars and to have lots of really good conversations in the marketplace. And it's those conversations in the marketplace that will always be my endearing memories of Cliff Festival. Brilliant conversations about people's discipleship, about people's spiritual growth, times of prayer, times where we've learned and grown together. So this Cliff Festival, as we do Festival at Home, we're excited to be part of the All We Can team again and to be bringing our digital fire pit, a place where we can gather around this fire as people have gathered for centuries to pray, to reflect, to tell stories and to share about our own discipleship and our own journey. We hope that you'll gather with us this Festival at Home.
Hi friends, it's Veronica from Cliff College. You might know me from Festival, where I'm running around the campsite or running the mocktail bar. This year we're excited to bring you a fun-filled, worship-packed weekend through Festival at Home. Friends, we serve a Heavenly Father who loves to connect with us, and that's why I hope that you'll find some time this bank holiday weekend to find meaningful connection through Festival Online. God bless you, and we look forward to Festival 2021, where we'll get to see you in person.
Since my father died, my mother has been struggling on her own to support the whole family. At times, there hasn't been enough food to eat. Everything has been a struggle. My school is a long way away, and I have a lot of chores to do first. I fetch water, sweep the compound, clean the house, wash the clothes, start the fire, and take care of my brothers and sisters. If I am late for school, they close the gate and I miss class all day.
Change begins with a bike. Change begins with your regular support.
Before I got the bike, I told my mom I'm not going to school anymore because I'm tired of getting up at 5 and walking the long distance every day. I used to spend 2 hours getting to school, but now it only takes me 1 hour. I'm happy because I'm not late for school anymore. I have enough time to read my books and I still have time to do the rest of my chores. I love chemistry so much. It's my favorite subject. And now I have a bike to get to school. I can be a nurse one day.
Change begins with a bike. Begin this journey as a regular giver. See the cycle of poverty broken for £6 a month.
What's up? My name is Jonah and I've just completed a BA in Theology at Cliff College. Whilst at Cliff College, the main thing that I have found beneficial to me is the mission placement unit. Now this is a unit that allows you to do mission alongside your studying. This was vital for me as I love getting out and being hands-on and being practical and doing what I love doing, which is mission. The kind of mission that I've been involved in has included a whole range of stuff, from doing local church mission to national mission to international mission, which is amazing, and all these opportunities have come from Cliff College. I've had the opportunity to lead a youth club for 2 years, which is an amazing opportunity for me who was quite young at the time, but I learnt loads and it grew me in my leadership skills, and what I was practically learning on the course was being implemented into what I was doing. I've done national youth ministry through New Wine, doing stuff with them, and again what I've learned on the course theoretically has gone into what I've been doing there. And then I've had opportunities with Cliff College to go abroad. I've been to Zimbabwe and Zambia to see what they're doing and see how the church works out there, and I've also had the opportunity last year to go to India to see what they've been doing with their young people, which is an amazing opportunity. I had the opportunity to speak and do like little testimony times with youth over there and children in orphanages and people in just crazy conditions compared to me, so it was a great opportunity to go out there and see what they've been doing. Cool, hope that helps. Definitely come to Cliff College, it's great.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the game show. To those of you on the 0 to 30 stream, you might already know who I am, but to those of you who don't know me, my name is Brad. I'm a third-year student here at Cliff College doing the BA Theology degree, which is kind of interesting because that finishes in 2 weeks with my dissertation, but I got roped into doing this for you instead. So I do apologise to myself if I don't finish this degree, but it's for your benefit, so, you know, it's a win-win. But tonight I'm not hosting alone. I'm hosting with my friend Bryn, who is the student president here at Cliff.
Yeah, thanks, Brad. So yeah, guys, I'm the student president here, and Brad apparently got roped into doing this and taking him away from his studies. I just got roped into it. I didn't have anything going on. So I guess that's clearly we're at two different ends of the spectrum here. And to be honest, I've just got no idea what's going on. Brad wrote me in, but he didn't tell me anything about what's happening tonight. So hopefully, Brad, you can shed some light on that right now.
I can shed a little bit of light. I'm going to tell you kind of the basis of what we're going to do tonight together as one at Family at Home, Festival at Home with your family at home. I'm going to set you 3 10-minute challenges, and that is what basically we're going to be doing this entire evening. I'm going to set one challenge at a time. It's going to last 10 minutes long. If you want to win some prizes, which we'll get to in a minute, you're going to have to submit all of your videos by 10 p.m. to the Festival at Home Facebook group, or you can send your submissions to festivalathome@cliffcollege.ac.uk.
Well, Brad, I mean, that all sounds pretty good to me, but I can't help but zero in on this little phrase I heard in there, something about prizes, Brad. I'm a very competitive person, as you'll know from the times we play FIFA together, but I just got to know, Brad, what are the prizes tonight?
I think you're being completely irrelevant, Bryn. We don't need to talk about the prizes right now because we want to get you guys involved. But we promise there is prizes, and for each challenge, there will be one winner. So it is worth getting involved. Anytime you share a video to the Facebook page or via the email, you have to hashtag it with Festival at Home and hashtag share so that we have your permission to share it. We're going to announce the winners tomorrow morning of a daily catch-up at 10:15. So basically, we know who's won. We want to make it as fair as possible, and we understand that some of the content that we've got tonight might not be suitable for everyone. So, not like it's too adventurous, don't get me wrong, but we do understand that not everyone might not be able to get involved. So, we have also planned some arithmetic challenges as well, which is why I basically asked Bryn to do it, because that ain't my game. It ain't my game. So, I'm going to hand over to Bryn, who's just going to explain a few of them.
Yeah, thanks very much, Brad. So clearly the guy with the glasses is doing the arithmetic stuff. I don't know how many of you guys watching have seen Countdown, the Channel 4 game show, but over here on this lovely whiteboard we've got here, I'm going to be showing you guys a couple of questions, cryptic conundrums for us to really test our brain power today. And really what I'm hoping is that we'll all be able to A, have a great time, and B, laugh at Brad as he struggles to get any of the countdown questions. That's really what I'm looking forward to today.
I mean, fair enough. He's not really wrong there, I'm afraid. But I think we've spoke for long enough. Hopefully some of you are left to be able to get involved with tonight's games night. So your first challenge, if you want to do the challenge, you have to create a hat out of something that is not a hat. That's right, so you've got to make a hat like this out of something that is not a hat. If you're a little bit stuck as to what to do, we're about to show you some example videos from students at Cliff.
So this challenge is after a hat out of something that's not a hat, so I thought. Hang on, does it fit?
If you want to get involved in that, don't forget to hashtag Festival at Home, hashtag share. Share it to the Facebook, the Festival at Home Facebook group, and email to festivalathome@cliffcollege.ac.uk. I think we've chatted enough. You've seen the videos. I hope they've given you some good ideas. And now we are going to say go timer, because you have now got 10 minutes until the next challenge is set. And now we're going to explain to you our first countdown game, just in case you don't want to get involved with the hat making. Over to Brim.
Right, so gang, I hope you've all got your thinking caps on, or at least you're making them out of some kind of household materials. So what I'm going to do here, I've been asked to come up with 6 numbers. And because I'm really, really lazy, we're just going to go with a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6. And what we're going to be doing, we're going to be using these numbers. We're going to be adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing these 6 numbers. And we're going to try and arrive at the number 186. So guys, if you can figure out a way to combine these numbers in some kind of permutation to get to 186, you guys have got this in the bag. Brad, do you want to show us how it's done?
You absolutely know that's not possible. I can only count to 4. Being a drummer, it's all you need. You go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you just sort of start a song. I've heard about 7, 8, but I've never had to play in it, so everything's absolutely fine. We just was meant to say as well that make sure you do have a pen and paper ready for the countdown challenges. That is our fault. But we're going to press on. So we want you guys to get to know who your hosts are this evening, because it could be quite weird for you to get involved with games with us and not know who we are. So we're going to give you 5 fun facts about ourselves so that you guys know who we are. We're going to take it in turns, so I'm going to go first, even as I'm talking, because that makes sense. So this is my 9th Cliff College Festival, and it was 9 years ago this weekend that I became a Christian here at the festival. And it's incredible to be a part of the serving team this weekend at Festival at Home, to be able to communicate with you for something that's had such a huge impact on my life. Or 9 years ago, I can't even figure out how old I was then because my math ability is terrible. Over to you.
Oh man, that's awesome to hear, Brad. No, thank you. I guess my first fun fact about me, it's not quite as interesting, but it's something that will come in pretty handy when you get to know me. My first fact is, when we're playing rock, paper, scissors, I'll always go with scissors. It's done me well so far.
Until we next play rock, paper, scissors, and I'm going to just beat him first time. But apart from that, moving on, this one is my little bit of a show gloating moment, so any people that know me will be like, oh, of course he's on about this again. But I used to be in a rock and metal band, and we was fairly successful at points. We got to number 57 in the iTunes rock chart of the day of one of our single releases. It's something that I'm very proud of, and I look back and I think that was really cool. But then I met Jesus, and now I'm doing ministry. But, you know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. I do love Jesus, don't get me wrong. I'm very happy what I'm doing. Bryn, how about your next fact?
Oh, gosh. Well, Brad, I think my second fun fact about me is that I'm a huge fan of American sports, American football, basketball. Even sometimes in lockdown when there's nothing else to do, I'll watch old baseball highlights on YouTube. I love American sports, but I think I use them to cover up for my lack of an interesting personality. I don't know. Do you think that's an interesting fact, Brad? I hope it is.
So, my third fact is that I currently work as an outreach worker for a church in Langley Mill. Shout out to any of you guys who are watching tonight. You guys are great, and I can't wait to be worshipping with you again when this is all over and we can be back in the building together. I really do love my job. It's incredible. I'm part of the Methodist Church's One program, and it's taught me so much, and I love working there, and you're doing a great job with everything you're doing.
Man, I like that, Brad. I appreciate that. Man, that was a really good one. Annoyingly, though, I feel like I pre-planned this for fun facts, and I feel like it's a bit below what you were going for there. But my fun fact for now is that I was in the school musical in year 12, and I had a solo part. It's a very embarrassing thing to admit to a whole bunch of people who don't really know me, but if you know that, I think it explains an awful lot about who I turned out to be. Next up, Brad, it's you again. It's you again.
See, Bryn, I'm going to stand with you, mate, because I was also a lead in a school musical. I was in year 11, and I played Pharaoh from Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. An absolute highlight of mine. I was dressed like Elvis. I actually had to borrow one of the teachers' Elvis's costume because, as you can tell, I've got a bit of weight, so I had to buy above my age, and so I had to borrow that. But I was wearing this weird. No, I didn't. I quiffed it myself, makeup and everything, and I looked great. And I tell you what, Bryn, there's nothing to be embarrassed about, mate, because I loved it.
I'm really glad you loved it, Brad. I don't know if I'm ever going to get that image out of my head. I don't know if I want to. Wow, what? This is my 5th fun fact now, if I'm remembering correctly. But my 4th fun fact.
Your 4th one.
Oh gosh. My 4th fun fact would probably have to be that when I was 16, and again when I was 18, I was part of a brass band back down south in Berkshire, and we went on some music tours to continental Europe. Got a great tan in Freiburg, and I found the novelty Eiffel Tower at a service station in France.
That is actually pretty cool. I didn't know that about you. Okay, so my last fun fact about me for this section is that I have a little brother who's 9 years younger than me, and the day he was born, the receptionist from the school came in. She had a phone call from my mum and dad, and she came in and went, "Brad, you've had a baby brother. And I went, yes! And then cried in front of everyone in year 4. First day of school, because he's born September 6th. So that was probably the most embarrassing thing. And somebody thought I was crying because I didn't want a brother. So then I had to explain that I was crying because I was happy and not because I didn't want a little brother.
Oh man, I wish I could have been there for that one, Brad. That must have been emotional. For my 5th and final fun fact, I think I'm going to go with during this lockdown period, I've been doing some reading. So I've read in the 9 weeks of lockdown 22 books, and I've never felt more educated in my life. Is that a fun fact, Brad? Do you think that's a fun fact?
If I could count to 22, mate, I'd be absolutely blown away.
Oh,
22?
22.
Is that how many books are in the Bible?
I think
no, it's 66. I had you. There's some people at home going, that's not funny. But yeah, I had you. So we're getting around that time now, Bryn, where we're getting towards the end of the 10 minutes. You've got about 2.5 minutes left of this first challenge until we set the next one. So, Bryn, why don't you begin to take us through the answers for the numbers round of Countdown?
Oh, man. Well, let's hope I get this one right, ladies and gentlemen and boys and girls, because I'm a little bit terrified here. So if we start with a 5 times 4, let's go with that. 5 times 4, and that comes to 20. And we can tick those off so I don't reuse those later down the line. And if we divide 20 by 2, that gives us a nice 10. If we times the 10 by 3, are you still with me, Brad?
No.
So if we times 10 by 3, we get 30. And if we add a 1 on the end, that brings us to 31. And then this is where the magic happens. If we multiply 31 by 6, and we tick that off, that's a full house, that's bingo. We end up with 186. I'm so relieved we got that right the first time. I don't know what I would have done if I'd got that wrong. Brad, would you have noticed if I got that wrong?
Well, I heard you say a 1 at one point, and I was really comfortable, but then you followed, like, just before you said the 1, you said a word called 30, and I'd not really recognised that before. Anyway, if you have a different way of answering that question, feel free to post it in the comments, and so we can see the way that you have been figuring out that conundrum. You guys have got about 30-ish seconds until we're going to end this challenge. So don't forget, you need to put it on the Facebook group, Festival at Home, or send it to festivalathome@cliffcollege.ac.uk by 10 o'clock for it to be considered by the Festival at Home team for the announcement of the winners tomorrow morning at 10:15 on the Daily Live Catch-Up. I think that is right. So we're coming down to the last 10 seconds now. Bryn, are you excited to see some of these entries?
I'm equal parts excited and almost terrified, but it's going to be worth it.
It's going to be great. So that is it. That is your 10 minutes for that challenge. We are now going to set you your next challenge. This one is a little bit more playful. You can have a bit more fun with it, in a sense. You've got to do your hair in a crazy hairstyle, but you have to do it blindfolded, so you have absolutely no idea how it comes looking out. Once again, we're going to show you some example videos so that you can see some ideas how to do your hair. And don't forget where to upload them to: the Facebook page, Festival at Home, or email at festivalathome@cliffcollege.ac.uk. Have a look at these videos and see if you get any ideas. we really hope that you got some good ideas out of that. You might have seen me doing this weird thing with the gel and getting a spike in it, and then I thought by hair drying it, it would have actually have got better, but it ruined it. So don't do that. Don't forget where you have to post that. I'm sorry I keep going on about it, but we really want as many of you guys to get involved as possible. So don't forget to post it in the Festival at Home group on Facebook, or email to festival@home@cliffcollege.ac.uk. So now that we've told you where to post it, we've told you the hashtags to share and Festival at Home as well, we are now going to say go timer, and you have 10 minutes until we set the next challenge. Don't forget, you don't have to necessarily upload it in those 10 minutes in case you're having internet troubles. It just has to be in by 10 o'clock tonight for it to be drawn out tomorrow. So now we set this challenge, we're going to go over to Bryn, so get your pen and paper ready as he's going to set the next countdown challenge. Over to you, Bryn.
Thanks, Brad. Thank you very much. And thank you for that image of you with all kinds of gel in your hair. That I don't think I'm ever going to be able to get over that. I can see why you wore the hat today. But so guys, our next countdown challenge is going to be an anagram. So I'm going to put up some lovely letters on this whiteboard. Let's give us an A, and let's give us an N and a T. And you know what? Let's just go wild today, and let's give us an O and an N. And you know, let's maybe give ourselves an E and V and a C. And maybe we'll give us an exclamation mark, just so it fits out into a nice 3x3 stage. So whilst this challenge is going on, how about, you know, I'll wander back here to you, Brad. I got a little lonely there, more than several meters, but no less than 2 meters away from you. So whilst this challenge is going on, let's see if we can solve this anagram. If you'd like to post in the comments section what you think this mixed up, jumbled up word is, or even if you want to give us a long list of the words you can find from these 8 letters and an exclamation mark, that'd be awesome. But for now, I think the clock's ticking, and I'd hate to keep boring you with my voice. So I'm going to ask Brad now to give us a more interesting thing to talk about.
So we realised that you guys might have been stuck in your household with your family for the past 8-ish weeks, and you might be running out of conversation starters. Now, we've been thinking about that, and we think one thing that is going to fire up a family feud is going to be if there was a massive fight from serial characters, who do you think would win? Now, Bryn, I'm going to pose this question to you first, my friend. So say there was like this mass gathering, they'd organised it, this huge brawl of serial cartoon characters, or whatever the right word is for them, that the word escapes me at this moment in time. Who do you think would win?
Now, lockdown really has gone to you, Brad. Well, Brad, it's a very difficult question for me because, of course, Captain Rick, the Ricicles Man, has a spaceship. All right, I think that's a pretty good starting point. And Snap, Crackle, and Pop, by sheer virtue of overwhelming numbers, could do a whole load of damage. But I think, Brad, you've already got someone in mind, haven't you?
3 words. I had to count to 3. I'm not even joking. That was legit. I had to count. So 3 words. Tony the Tiger. Tony the Tiger, mate, is absolutely jacked.
Oh,
he is so muscly, mate. You cannot tell me that if they were in a fight, all of these characters, you know, you've got that wolf thing from Cookie Crisp, you've got like the Nesquik bunny, and then you just see Tony coming over the hill, mate. They're gonna run. They're gonna run so far, and I'm not having any other discussion that you could even suggest to me that anyone's going to beat anyone. Like Tony will beat everyone.
Well, you know, Brad, that's a very cute three words, Tony the Tiger. I got 3 words for you. You are wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, may I remind you of Professor Weeto, the Weetos character. This mascot is a mad scientist. He can come up with any kind of invention to get rid of Tony the Tiger. You thought Jimmy Neutron was dangerous? Give Professor Weeto some motivation and he will do amazing things. Let me tell you, everyone listening, everyone viewing, Professor Weeto would beat Tony the Tiger in a fight. You heard it here first.
But I just don't get it. Just because you're clever doesn't mean you're going to win in a fight. Tony the Tiger might not be very clever at all.
I'm feeling very attacked here, Brad.
Look, I'm not having a go at you. I'm not having a go at you. I'm just saying, if Tony the Tiger was facing anyone in a fight, chances are you're going to run. I will, and I do say this, I will give a bit of an excuse for, you know, the golden nuggets man, because doesn't he have a pickaxe? Does he have a pickaxe? Like, mate, if he's bringing that, it's game over. He'll swing for Tony as well, and that'll break my heart, because was Tony the Tiger? Who was Tony the Tiger even the mascot for? I can't remember.
It's Frosties.
Frosties. Oh, Frosties. They're great. I hope we don't get sued for that. So we're just gonna. I'm just saying. They are the two. They are the two cereal mascots that I think would probably beat everyone else.
I mean, we could go on, and you know, we haven't even touched on the concept of the honey monster. Is it the honey monster?
It is the honey monster.
For a moment, I thought the cookie monster. And I was like, man, cookie crisp, cookies. It's been a very long day. But, you know, I think another thing to throw into the fact, do you remember when massive blockbuster films got sponsorship deals with the cereals? And I was 8 years old when Revenge of the Sith came out. I went into the supermarket, and there he was on the front of a cereal box, Darth Vader. I'm saying, if you think Darth Vader can beat Tony the Tiger in a fight, Brad, I don't know what to tell you. I think you're wrong.
I mean, you've heard us fight about it. We're going to let you guys have that argument at home. But make sure you comment who you think is going to win in a fight. We all know it's going to be Tony. Darth Vader doesn't count because he was a paid sponsor. He is not a cereal mascot. So let us know in the comments of the videos and anything like that, if all the cereals are going to have a big fight, who you think is going to win. So we've got about 3.5 minutes until we're going to call for the next challenge. So I'm just going to remind you where to post them and the hashtags you have to use. Hashtag share, hashtag festival at home, and then you post in to the email at festivalatHome@cliffcollege.ac.uk or to the Festival at Home Facebook group, which you find on Facebook, surprisingly. I'm going to stop talking, and Bryn is going to talk to you about Countdown.
Thank you, Brad. You just give me all the incredibly interesting things to talk about. If we just come back over to my whiteboard, we have here again the letters. There's a letter A, there's a letter N, a letter T, a letter O, a letter N, a letter E, a letter V, a letter C, and actually an exclamation mark that came out pretty well, I think. I don't really do exclamation points that often. I'm a bit too laid back for that kind of thing. I don't get too excited, but I'm very excited about this countdown episode. I don't know, Brad. Do you think it's time for me to shed some light on this countdown answer, or?
I mean, I'd love it if you could give me a because I mean, how many letters was that? Like, how many letters?
Oh, that'd be 8, Brad.
So I have to count to 4 twice.
Yeah. That's 2 bars of your dum 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 dum,
and then dum 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 dum. Yeah, I don't know what it is. But you could probably start writing it out so the people at home, let's see whether they got it. If you've already posted in the comments what it is, then well done you. So, Bryn, if you just want to reveal that bad boy, you can write it out.
Oh, well, if we go, I'm probably going to have to write this in my best handwriting. Let's write out the words. If you got the word covenant, you were bang on the money. You were absolutely spot on there. Well done. But that's enough of the magic. That's enough of the magic. I took those words, whipped them round like you whip round your Wheatos in your cereal bowl.
Can I ask a question?
Go for it, bro.
So, did the exclamation mark go like in the middle of the word, or
I've
the start of the word, or did it go at the end of the word?
Brad, you have equal parts thrown me completely under the bus and shamed me and proven to everyone why you're in charge right now. If I just put that exclamation mark at the end of the word covenant, I think that really should cover all our bases. Is that okay?
I think you're about right.
Ooh.
So, an exclamation mark goes at the end of a word.
Yes.
Mint, That has taught me so much. I'm so sorry to all the markers of my degree so far. You found exclamation marks thrown all over the place. Ashley, please let me finish this degree. I only have 2 weeks left. This is my plea, but my plea is also you've got 30 seconds until we're going to set you your final challenge. So don't forget where you need to put them. Facebook on the Festival at Home group, or you can email them to festival@cliffcollege.ac.uk. We hope you guys are having a great evening with us. We hope that you've gotten involved with the fight about the cereal mascots. We hope that you got involved with the countdown conundrums as well as the challenges. And that is it. Your 10 minutes are done for the hair blindfold challenge. This next one, this is my favourite. This is absolutely my favourite. And actually, Bryn, I based it off of you, mate.
This actually might be the worst thing that's ever happened to me, Brad. All the best. I wouldn't want to say anything, but I'm nervous, Brad. I'm nervous. Just give it to me straight. How bad is it?
So what we want you guys to do is we want you guys to find the worst clothes you can find. The worst clothes you can find. Honestly,
what?
This worst clothes you can find, put them on, and we want a 15-second video of you pretending to be on a catwalk. And guess what? We've got some incredible sample videos to show you, just to give you some ideas. So just look at these videos. Okay. So we hope that you got some really good ideas from that video. Bryn, what did you think to that?
Honestly, Brad, after seeing those, after seeing what must be going on the catwalks of Paris and Milan, I'm actually kind of glad we voted for Brexit after that. But if I'm honest, Brad, I'm still horrifically sore about this grotesque insult to my fashion sense. I've got no response to make to this.
So, if you want to make yourself look like Bryn, we're about to set the timer just in a second. We're just going to remind you for one of the last times, Facebook Festival at Home page. Email to festival@cliffcollege.ac.uk. Hashtag share and hashtag festival at home so that we have permission to use your videos for this evening. And don't forget, they have to be in by 10 o'clock, just so that we can look at them and then we'll tell you who's won each challenge tomorrow morning. And with that said, we are going to say, go timer. This is the last challenge of the evening. We hope that you guys get involved and that some of those videos gave you a really good laugh. A shout out to a fellow op of mine, Sam, who dressed up as Frosty the Snowman for that one. That was an incredible video and it just makes me laugh so much. So shout out to you, mate, if you're watching. But as we set one challenge, we have to set the countdown challenge. So I'm just going to pass you over to Bryn for one of the last times as he takes us through this now.
Thank you very much, Brad. So we'll just come over to this whiteboard for maybe the second to last time. We have certainly had a good run of it. So in this countdown conundrum, we're going to give you another anagram. We're going to give you another bunch of jumbled up, mixed up, shook up, scrambled up letters, maybe without the exclamation mark this time. And we're going to see whether we can crack this word as it's all mixed up. So, I mean, we can just make this up as we go along. Let's go with D-E-M-I-T. Let's go with a nice T. And let's go with an M, a H, an O, and an S. Let's go with that. Demetmhos. That sounds sufficiently difficult, doesn't it? So what do you think, Brad? Is that workable for you?
I think it's probably something that I might be able to figure out, but unlike you guys, I don't have a pen or a paper or anything like that. So I am going to struggle slightly. So by that, I mean I won't get it because I don't understand, and I think I can only remember 3 of the letters that you had. How many letters is in this one? Is that Brad, the same again, or?
Yeah, Brad. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 9, and I didn't do it in a perfect 3 by 3. I feel like I've let everyone down here really, really badly. But no matter, we have a Demetmhos, whatever that is. And I really hope that you guys can forgive me for not putting an exclamation mark on that or doing it in a cube. But oh boy, I think my evening's been ruined, Brad.
I think you're all right, mate. So if you guys can figure that out, make sure to pop it in the comments. And yeah, we're just going to have one last of these conversation starters for you to have at home. This one is going to be, it can get a little bit heated. It's not so much of an argument between 2 people or between a family like the last one could have been. But this one is more about setting you on just a random rant. So we've called this one, Don't Get Me Started. Bryn, I've been thinking about your arithmetic and your incredible way with words and numbers that you showed us this evening. Guys at home, give him a thumbs up in the comments if you think Bryn has done great on the countdown challenges, because I think he's done amazing. It's a job I could not have done. So I was thinking about this and I thought, we've got him doing all of these amazing things this evening. So how about, Bryn, I want you to get involved with Don't Get Me Started on Numbers.
Oh boy, Brad, don't get me started on numbers. I mean, my life was going absolutely fantastic until I figured out that 3 by 3 is 9, and I mean, we saw how badly I ruined that right now. Don't get me started on numbers. You know, I was on Twitter the other day and I saw someone ask the question, why is it that 77 plus 33 doesn't equal 100? And oh, Brad, my life has not known peace since that moment. I've been lying awake at 3 a.m. That's 3 times 3 is 9. 3 a.m. in the morning, I've been lying awake thinking, why doesn't it make sense? Don't get me started on numbers, Brad. I was reading through my Bible in a year, and you know how it is. You get to Leviticus, and you're like, I'm actually really bored right. I mean, maybe you're Brad and you reach the contents page and you're like, I'm really bored right now. But me, I always struggle. I get to Leviticus and I'm completely done. So this year I was smart. I thought, I'm going to skip Leviticus this year and go straight to the next book in the Bible. I turn the pages and it's Numbers and I'm like, oh man, I have made a grave error here. It's even worse than Leviticus if you're struggling through it with no caffeine. Oh, Brad, please, for the life of me, don't get me started on numbers.
I think what we have learned from that is anything that seems to be a simple question can sometimes lead to something much, much deeper. I am fairly blown away by 33 and 77 being numbers, never mind the fact that they don't reach 100. And I'm also really glad, like unbelievably glad, that we didn't do the numbers round now, because obviously you seem to be quite upset about numbers. So I'm glad that we're doing another word round. We hope that you guys are getting involved in that. Honestly, it's been awesome to be able to do this with you. You've got about 4 minutes left on your challenges before we round it up. I know we've maybe not covered it. In fact, Bryn, give me a really quick Don't Get Me Started.
Oh, Brad, I don't want to get you started on the little plastic cups to hold your sauce you get in McDonald's, Brad. I don't want to get you started on those, but I'm going to have to get you started.
Oh, mate, don't get me started. Right, I'm a big boy. I want big sauce, not these little things that they just give out, right? And honestly, you can put your chip in it, nothing will come out on the chip, but you're still like, you're picking the lid off your shoulder. The shoulder, well done. Elbow. Honestly, like, this is how mad I am. That's what I'm blaming it on. I'm blaming it on the fact that this is an elbow and I called it a shoulder. But honestly, there is nothing, and you're picking it off and you're like, oh yeah, like, this is lovely. I absolutely love this, sweet and sour. And you go to the bathroom and you put soap on it, and for some reason the soap doesn't, I don't know what they put in those sauces. I'm more mad about the sauce than I am about the containers. And I'm also more mad about the fact that I forgot basic anatomy, but this is an elbow, that is a shoulder. That's it. Don't get me started.
Yeah, we've lost him. We've lost him there. I was just blown away by the fact you started talking about the soap. I was like, you're just dipping your fries in the soap. Oh my word, Brad. Whatever works for you, man. I just stick to putting it in the banana milkshake or the strawberry milkshake. Never the chocolate though. What's up with that? If you guys got your favourite McDonald's smoothies flavors, I don't know. Brad usually does the cool plugs. I just talk about don't get me started on numbers.
Right, okay, so following that slight cue from Bryn, why don't you give us the last answers to this numbers round, if you please, kind sir? Absolutely.
Let me just walk over to our whiteboard for what might be the final time tonight. We've got the letters D-E-M-I-T M-H-O-S. That spells Demitmos, of course. Why wouldn't it spell that? So if I just do a little bit of creative writing, we will end up with the unscrambled word in all its glory, Methodism. Yes, unless I've spelt that wrong, and I still haven't noticed because I'm running off nervous energy. We've got the word Methodism here. If you were able to figure that out, absolutely fantastic job. You've done a great job on that, really. If you can read my writing and get past the awful way it's not in a 3x3 cube, that's really going to bug me. What do you think, Brad?
What I think, mate, is that we've had an awesome evening engaging with all of you in loads and loads of different games and activities. We hope that you've enjoyed them as much as we've enjoyed setting them, although you have seen that I did the challenges too, so you're not in it totally alone. Unfortunately, we're going to have to leave soon. You've got just over a minute on this challenge, but don't forget that although we're leaving, you can upload up until 10 o'clock, and I'm going to remind you again of what they are. So you can upload to the Facebook group called Festival at Home, and with that you hashtag share and you hashtag Festival at Home. The reason we ask you to do that is so that we have your permission to share them, and we will be announcing the winners tomorrow morning, so make sure that you're tuning in for that, because it's going to be really exciting to be looking at your videos and announce the winner. You've got about 40-ish seconds of that, and you can also, sorry, I was meant to say, you can also email any of your pictures or videos to festival@home@cliffcollege.ac.uk. So join us Festival at Home tomorrow at 8 AM for your welcome with Ash, and then don't forget to tune in at 10:15 so that you can see who has won these incredible challenges. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is it. You are done. The challenges are over. We hope that you've had a great night with us here at the game show. So from Bryn and from me, have a great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. God bless.